the answer to the question, how do I get started as an adjuster? Stay tuned. In today's video, I'm going to go over what I learned from Pilot, which includes great ways to get on a deployment with Pilot, great ways to stay on a deployment at Pilot, and what you'll need to learn to do a good job as an adjuster with Pilot. Think of me as your secret sauce to your insurance career recipe. Does that make sense? Now, I took a webinar with Pilot and last year, and I'm just now getting around to the tips and advice that I was given to be able to work a storm with Pilot. Now, if you follow these steps and you've been wanting to know what do I have to do to become an adjuster, how do I get deployed, the tips in these videos are going to help you. So be sure to watch all the way through. The thing that they first went over first is what everybody wants to know about, the money. Let's talk about the money. Show me the money. Number one, you are not going to be a contractor with Pilot. You're actually going to be an employee. That's a little bit different than most of the other firms out there. You're going to be given a number too. I'm going to come back to what it's like to have a Pilot number. What I want you to know is that they do have like a 401k match. They match up to 20%. They also went over their pay. So if you have if you're a desk adjuster, you'll be making $35 to $38 an hour. Again, this was last year, 2018. They also have day rates. So they'll be in about the 60 to 65%. And I have a video that covers how those percents work. Let's just say it's 10,000, for example, and this is just for pure example because the video that I have does go into more detail about this. So look in the description below if you really want to know like how the payment system works. So let's say, for example, Allstate gives Pilot 10,000, and Pilot is going to split that with you. They're going to take 40 or 40%, let's say, for example, and you'll get 60. So you will make $6,000 off that one claim, which is great, but keep in mind you will have other expenses, hotels and things, especially during the deployment, food, gas, all of that comes on you, tools that you'll need. They have a great big old list of tools that you'll need to as an adjuster. That's like how the fee schedule works, but look at the video below and it explains a lot more. This is what they expect. They look for you to exceed expectations. You need to be professional at all times. This includes having your voicemail have your something other than that phone number. You know, you've reached 312-883-2064. Like, that's a negative. In fact, with some carriers, you're not allowed to have that at all. You have to go through and at least say, "Hi, my name is Abahi. I'm sorry I couldn't be reached at the moment." And you can spin it your way. You do not want music playing. That would be an automatic termination. If you don't have your voicemail set it up right now because they will call you to come in. So you want to be professional at all times. Next, you also want to be courteous. Working deployments, you can get really frustrating when the homeowner isn't giving you the paperwork that they said they would. They're asking you for things that you can't provide. They're taking more time than you want to give, but you have to remain courteous at all time, and I'll tell you why in just a bit. And additional to being courteous, you want to have exceptional customer service. The reason why you want to keep both courteous attitude and have exceptional customer service is because you are going to get rated by your homeowner, and that is going to be a majority of what provides like your rating, your scorecard. And the lower your scorecard, the quicker you're going to be off of a deployment. We got advice from their top adjuster. They gave us tips as to how they are able to maintain that 5-star deployment. Additionally, you want to impress upon that homeowner how important it is for them to take that survey about you, because it's going to help better your score. If nobody's taking that survey, it's going to look negatively on you. They gave those tips and tricks. I mean, mainly it's really just high level of communication, just to boil it all down into all the advice we get. High levels of communication. Next, they talked about what state licenses you should have. Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, New York, and Texas. They said have those and you should be pretty good to go when a deployment comes. I have a video about licenses. There is a fee to pay no matter if you go through CIRCON or NIPR, which is the National Insurance Public Register. However, both of those companies will help alert you to when your license is about to expire, which is great. Come to think of it, I need to check on my New York license. I still haven't gotten that back yet. When you work with Pilot, you'll have a profile. So as you start to collect licenses, you'll want to call them and update them. Now, when you call, don't worry about your name anymore, right? Because you're just going to get a number, okay? It's going to be 115 something something something, right? It almost feels kind of like a prison number because, I mean, they're, hi, this is Pilot. You say this big old spiel and what's your Pilot number? That doesn't matter what you call for. Hi, this is Pilot. You say your big old spiel or keep it short, whatever. What's your Pilot number? And you say it, you really feel like an inmate, like I'm inmate 237115. It doesn't even matter my name. And they go through it. And if you get transferred, what's your Pilot number? It gets annoying and you really do feel like just like that big. However, they're very they're just orderly. They don't they don't want to get to know you, I guess, because they're going to cut you when they don't have work, so it doesn't really matter, like what your name is. Some training, the California Fair Claims. There's like an LMS learning system that they have. You'll take that course and you'll get that certificate that's been done, so you can work those types of claims. You can actually, if you're working with Pilot, you don't need that California license. You can work under their license. They have it worked out to where you're able to do that. So working with Pilot, and some other firms do that too, but working with Pilot is a real good deal for you if you're able to, because they do train their adjusters. And I'll get to that in a second, like what type of training they provide and what type of training that they suggest you take on your own. Special part about Pilot that other firms don't do is that they have a national flood insurance program mentorship, which means that as a new adjuster, you can start working flood claims. Floods are like butter. I mean, they're so quick, so easy, because a flood adjuster pretty much just handles the structure, not the contents. The property adjuster will handle the contents. You don't want to handle the contents because contents take a lot of work. Those are each different line items in Xactimate. With the structure, you're going to go in, you're essentially going to take a look at it. There's a few items that flood insurance pays for. Essentially, it's just drywall, no paint, and like the cleaning and I think debris. It's really a few items, like less than a handful of items that go into being repaired, because like the contents and things of that nature shouldn't be in the potential flood areas of your home. When you have a flood claim, a lot of them are going to be totaled out. So you'll show up to the house, you'll take a couple pictures, you write it off. If it's again, watch that video down below that talks about those prices. I mean, it's really like quick money. You can pull like 7 to 10 claims in a week, if not quicker, because you're just writing totals, and you just keep going. I know a guy who would go up to North Carolina from Atlanta. He would just look at all his flood claims in one day, come back, work those claims while doing day claims. So he's just making money on top of money during the flood. More power to him, right? So with the flood mentorship program, you will attend a 2-day class which will cover the policy. There's one policy, 3 forms. It's a general policy, but 3 forms. You'll cover property. I think one is general and the other one is for condo associations and how to handle them. There's a lot that you learn during that program. I don't want to get all into it now, but you'll learn a lot. Sometimes there's kickbacks too. If you do something wrong, you don't want a lot of kickbacks showing up. One of the things they want is somebody who's organized and learns fast. If you have questions, you can give Pilot a call or you can email them. Again, you're not going to have a Pilot number to start off at, but eventually. Hi, this is Pilot. What's your Pilot number, please? To that 2-day class, there is another 5-day class where they'll go more over Xactimate and like the different construction knowledge that you'll need for that, like what type of walls and carpeting and studs, and just so you can know what to put back in Xactimate. Here is what Pilot is looking for. They want somebody who is well organized, someone who can produce a fast turnaround time, someone who can learn at a fast pace, because you are going to get handed claims day one, and you're not going to have that much opportunity to sit down in the help room and be one-on-one with a trainer because they have a lot of people to train. You'll probably want to look up a lot of YouTube videos. Exceptional customer service is going to be key too as well. Insurance and getting customers for carriers like Big Blue and Big Red is all about the customer service, especially keeping them. And adjusters are the face of the company. How you handle that claim will depend on how long that person stays a customer with that carrier. I've seen adjusters who have been disgruntled towards their policyholders. Also, you're going to need to learn Xactimate. I have a quick video about Xactimate. Not about, but you'll see me using Xactimate. It's really quick. It's just the program that everybody uses to file a claim. It has pricing. It's like a pricing list. And construction companies use it too. Contractors use it as well to write estimates. If you're a beginner, you're really going to want to stay tuned to this part, because here are some things that you can do to get some knowledge without being deployed first. They suggest you take a construction course. HAG has one. There's modern carpentry, and there's free construction classes at Lowe's and Home Depot as well. Those happen every Saturday. Look at your local Home Depot events schedule and they'll pop up with projects, little home construction projects. If you go into auto, they suggest you maybe looking at a car dealership and doing an internship, or maybe talking to Service King. If you want to go into property, you're going to need Xactimate. That program is about $400. However, there is a free 30-day trial, so I would wait though until you've seen Xactimate or you're going to a class, because just going in and trying to fiddle with it yourself without maybe even watching the YouTube videos is really going to waste your time. I hear so many adjusters say they use that, especially beginning adjusters say they downloaded the free trial but never opened it up, because you're not going to know what you're doing. You really do need somebody to even how to open just draw a roof. But I have a video on that too. Autotext is what you're going to use if you are an auto adjuster. Additionally, if you're new to the game, Pilot suggests you choosing one of their courses. I chose the Property Field Class College. It was a 6-day course. I learned Xactimate, estimatics. I also learned a lot about customer service and how to file a claim. It's a free training program. They do not pay you. They do not pay for anything for you, not lunch, nothing. Which is, fine, because you do get a lot of training for that. They do give you a nice little test at the end of it just to make sure you're good to go. And that is my video on Pilot. What's your Pilot number?